Welcome to Dropbox is my hard drive video. Dropbox is my hard drive video. Timer started. Hopefully this is only one session. Here's my statement. All of my files are now on Dropbox. I have no files on my computer. I have a window here at the top left-hand corner. If I go to my desktop and I go to plans, that's where I keep all my plans. Plans right there. Anything in this folder? No. Anything in this folder? No. Anything in this folder? No. Anything in this folder? This is leftover, but I'm not going to explain that. Bottom line, I'm saying there's nothing on this is my hard drive. This is my hard drive, no files there. Now I come down here to the bottom left-hand corner, and I'm going to go to the Dropbox. Favorites. Dropbox. Where is it? Dropbox. Yeah, right there. And in Dropbox, I have a bunch of folders I share with people. But here's my magic folder right here. It's called Documents. That is where my whole life resides right now. I have a bunch of other little folders right here. For whatever reason, they're shared Dropbox folders with other people. But these are where all my Dropbox, all my files are. And I'm still sort of organizing this. But this used to be up here on my hard drive. It's now here. There's my folder. There's the plans I've done for those guys. These guys. There's all the plans I've done for those guys. They're all on my Dropbox now. Now, what's the reasoning behind this? First of all, I think what's the reasoning? Let me see if I can organize my thoughts here. First of all, it's a backup. I don't have to have an external hard drive backup. In fact, this is my external hard drive backup. This is where everything is, right here on Dropbox. So if there's a fire in my office or someone steals my computer or something, I don't care. Not a big deal. All my files are at Dropbox headquarters, wherever that is. And I assume that they have a backup system in place, so if their building burns down, those files are somewhere else, I guess, also. I hope so. I hope so. So all my files are on Dropbox. And why do I save all my files on Dropbox? Because I have a computer at home. I have a computer here at the office. I have a laptop. I have an iPad, and I have an iPhone. It seems like it's something else. 5. I got 6. In anticipation of X6, I've got a Mac. Because when X6 comes out, I'm gonna switch over to Macintosh. So at the office, I got a Mac and I got a PC. I've got a Mac at home. I got a laptop in my briefcase. I have an iPad and I have an iPhone. I got 6 devices that I use to access my files. And I can access all my files on Dropbox because all my files are here. And I save them straight to Dropbox. That's where they are. And if I go to Computer A and I go to Dropbox, Control-C, and I go to Dropbox and I open this file ZZ, it's now on Computer A. And then I go over to Computer B, Control-C, Control-V, and I stick Control-V. Oh, God. Try flipping back and forth between a PC and a Mac. It'll drive you nuts. The keys just seem to be in a different location. Anyway, now that file, I can access that file on Computer B. Now the question is that file actually on Computer B? Some people say it is. I don't really think so. Look, when I open this file that was on Dropbox on the Computer B, yeah, I believe it's on Computer B. I think it's there. The whole file gets downloaded on the Computer B and I can edit it, which is good because I don't, as I edit this thing, I don't want it having to go back to the Dropbox to get information every time. It just got all that file, stick it on Computer B. Now, if I close this up, whatever changes I made will affect this right here because that's where the file is. And now if I could come back to Computer B and I want to open up file ZZZ, I can't get to it. I can't open it up because it's not there. I did not save the file to Computer B. I saved it to Dropbox. Now I'll make this statement. I can go to Recent files on computer B, and I can, how many recents they keep up with? 10 of them, I guess. I can get the last 10 files, and somehow I guess they access Dropbox. But if I want the 12th last file that I edited, I'm not going to see it on recents. You understand recent, right? You open a file that says recent. It's not there. Here, a file. Anyway, it's recents. Stop. Okay, now what happens if I take Control-C, Control-V, and I open it right here, and I got it on computer B, and my contention is it's actually this file right here, and I know it's downloaded technically on computer B. I get that. That's good. But now, if I save this and keep the same name and save to computer B, FileZZ is now saved to computer B. My question is, if I edit this file, so this isn't here anymore, okay? Because I saved it. I saved FileZZ and saved on the computer B. If I edit this, is it going to affect this? No. If I come over to here and open this FileZZ that's on Dropbox and edit it, is it going to affect this? No. They're two different files. Even though they have the same name, I think they're the same file. Even though they have the same name, they're different files, because this is on Dropbox and this is on computer B. Same exact file. If I edit this, it's not going to change this. And it's certainly not going to change this over here. If I save this, if I edit this, it's going to affect this file, but it won't affect this because this is a totally different file. And that works out okay with me. So I say, I might be wrong, but I'm not going to save any files onto my computer. I'll open them up on my computer, and I know they're there. I guess they're there. All the data's there, but it's not saved. It's not saved to that computer. If I close it up, I can't find the file on that computer to open it up unless I go to recents, of course. The file's not there. It's up here in Dropbox. That file's up in Dropbox. Now suppose, here's one for you. Suppose I open up FileZZ on the computer A, and I open up FileZZ on computer B. And I make this front window round, and I make this front window arched. What happens? Control-C, Control-V, Control-C, Control-V. I think you'll get another file on Dropbox that says conflicted. And I think you might get this, and I think you might get this over here. So now you got two different files. And that's going to really screw things up. I mean, now which one do you want to use? Okay, I guess you could figure it out. Okay, I want to use conflicted. So now you change the conflicted file to FileZZ, and I don't know, But don't. I'm not going to confuse myself. I'm not going to work on FileZZ on computer A and have it open and come over here to computer B and change it too. In fact, I'm on this file here and I'm editing it, and I change the round window to a square window, and it's still open. Now I go over to computer B, and I open that file. You think I'm going to see the square window now? No. I'm not going to see the square window. I don't think I'm going to see that square window, because I have to close this, which then saves it, close this file over here, which updates this Dropbox, which now will update this, and I'll see the square window. So simply put, I wouldn't work on the same file on two different computers. Timer up. What perfect timing. I wouldn't work on the same I wouldn't work on the same file on two different computers at the same time. This is where my file is on Dropbox. And I can't believe I haven't done this sooner. It seems like a no-brainer right now, and I'm sort of glad I went through this exercise so I sort of understand it now. There's only one file, ZZZ, and it's on Dropbox. If I open it up on computer A, yeah, I get it's residing on computer A until I close it. And then I can't get to it on computer A unless I go to recents, because I cannot find that file on computer A. It's not there. It's on Dropbox. So here you go. Here's my documents folder, and my Dropbox. I have 200 gigabyte of memory on my Dropbox. 200 gigabytes. It's costing me $200 a year. It's pretty cheap if you ask me. And it looks like I've got 59 gigabytes. I thought it was more like 100, but whatever. I guess it's not. So okay, that's in the documents. What about on the actual Dropbox folder? Properties. 65. Yeah, because I guess I'm saving some other stuff for other people. This nonsense. I guess whatever this is. Documents. I close my documents. And I got all this stuff here. So I got some pictures. Anyway, this seems like a no-brainer to me. I used to back up all my files on Mozy Pro, and so I was paying them $400 a year to back up my files for the last 4 or 5 years. If you ever had a hard drive crash, it ain't fun. So I had Mozy Pro. Never had to use it, but I guess it was it was never proved to me that things were saved, and sometimes I'd get an alert that the files hadn't been backed up in 10 days or so, and in other days it hadn't been backed up in a day, and I don't know. I didn't trust it. I trust Dropbox, and I think someone mentioned there's Google Drive. I mean, Google Drive's probably the same thing. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of these things. I think pretty soon everybody's going to have their stuff on a Dropbox or a Google Drive or some other server. I guess it's like a server, so you can access your stuff. As I said, I can access all my files on any device I want. I got 6 different devices right now. Once X6 comes out and I go completely Mac, I'm going to get rid of the PC, give it to my dad, and I think he's got an old computer, so I'll be down to 5 devices. And that's the magic of the iMac, with their iCloud. All my contacts and stuff, contacts, appointments, and all that nonsense is saved to the iCloud. And someone asked about, can you save this stuff could I choose to save this to iCloud instead of Dropbox? Well, I talked to the Apple guy, and he said no. At one time, Apple had what's called an iDisk, which is similar to this Dropbox thing, but they discontinued it for some reason because I think it was confusing to people. And it was confusing to me because I lost a lot of stuff one time because I was doing this, whereas I saved the file on iCloud instead of Dropbox. It was iCloud, and then I saved it onto my computer, and I'd edit the stuff on this computer, but it wouldn't update to the iCloud or vice versa. I don't know. I lost a lot of stuff because I had 2 files. And so I think Steve Curtis, I don't know how Steve Curtis does it, but I think he thinks the file is on his hard drive, on his computer. I don't know, maybe it is. I can get it to work. All I know is I saved file ZZ to my computer A. I saved it on a computer A, and if I changed this file, it didn't affect what was in Dropbox. If I changed Dropbox, it didn't affect the file that was saved to the computer A. So my solution is just one simple little file right here in Dropbox, and I can access it from anywhere. So anyway, that's it. I hope it was helpful. I think I'm sort of excited about this, actually, because there's no more of the saving stuff to a disk and moving it around. If I'm at some client's house and they said, how much had they paid me, I can pull out my iPhone or my iPad or my laptop and look at all the information in DSHD building over here. It's all there. Now, I don't know how I get 2 of these suddenly. I was trying to rename this thing, and I don't know. I'm so tired of trying to work out these varying things. You know, iOS 7 came out, and I can't even access my messages on my iPhone half the time. And that's the end. I'm done. I hope that was helpful. Oh boy.